Hey everyone, Nick here, and I got a really awesome video for you, and it's about a topic that was asked by Sean Sherrod in our Facebook group, and I actually encountered this when speaking with a business owner just today. So Sean says that his gut is telling him to walk away from a new client who wants the world for a couple of coins. Anyone ever dropped a client? Now, let me tell you, I have dropped a lot of clients. I have fired a lot of clients. I have not taken on tons of clients. And because one of the most profitable words that you will learn in business is no. Knowing when to say no. Now, the only other thing about that is obviously if you are a new business owner or an inexperienced business owner, you might be trying to take on whatever client you can possibly get. I mean, if they got $100, bring them your way. Now, I did this in the beginning, and I eventually tried to get out of the position where I would need to say yes to anybody, right? Where I could selectively choose who I work with, because what you are going to find out, if you haven't already, is that if you take on a client that doesn't have a proper budget, well, then you're not going to really be able to invest the proper amount of time that it's going to take to give them a quality product, right? You need to get something that is worth your while and your time to deliver an awesome product. And another thing is that, usually the cheap stuff is the cheap stuff, right? It sucks. You don't want to have cheap products. If you were going to go get a nose job, would you go with the cheap doctor or the expensive doctor? You're going to go with the expensive doctor. And there are for a number of reasons that people do that, right? But one of the biggest reasons is that usually the more expensive stuff requires more skill. It requires more specific skills and tools and experience in order to do that, which therefore you can charge the market more for. Now, what Sean is saying is his client has a very minimal budget, and he's asking if he should walk away. Now, what I do in this situation is, one of the things that I do is I just ask these clients, after I've told them what we do and they're basically sold, and then they come back to me with an objection saying that we don't really have the price point. In the case of today, this prospect wanted several marketing services from our business, and I said, okay, well, and this is what I'm telling you to do in this situation, ask them what their budget is. So I always say, what's your budget on this project? And I'm not asking you your budget so that I can just charge you the maximum amount. It seems as though you do have a budget and you want a number of things from us. So maybe you could tell me how much you have that you're willing to reinvest into your business so I can come up with a game plan to get you the best possible outcome for what you have the budget for, right? It might mean that we can't give you the entire Facebook ad campaign and a brand new website and search engine optimization, but maybe we can split up the search engine optimization and the Facebook ad campaign until we can generate enough money to build you a website, right? So that's a way to kind of reframe and find out somebody's budget and see if you can actually, deliver on what they're looking for with the price point that they have to offer you. Now, I usually walk away if there isn't enough to pay the rest of my team, right? We have to break even at least, and we have to turn a profit. I mean, we're a business. So, if that's not an option, then obviously we're not going to be able to work together. But there is a bit of a way to kind of finesse the situation and, just kind of put it in a way that makes sense, right? For you and for them. If you frame that situation by asking their budget, they tell you what it is, and they don't have enough, then, it's pretty clear. You can kind of both know what the next step is, right? If they only have $400, I don't think you can really do much for $400. The other thing that I want you to think about too is if you were to take that job for $400, how upset would you be with your life over the next month while you were working on this project for only $400? The amount of mental anguish and stress and turmoil that you're going to put on yourself and, God forbid, your team is going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So you need to know when to say no so that you won't hate yourself for taking on a project that is going to be a total pain in the ass. So what I would say to Sean is, his gut is telling him to walk away from a client who doesn't really have a good budget. First, I would find out if they don't have the proper budget. And the other thing that you would consider too is maybe doing some charity work, right? Charity work can also be a pretty awesome thing. It's almost like whenever I do some charity work, I always get 2 or 3 clients out of it. So I'm a big believer in reciprocity, right? You do something for somebody and they're going to tell people about it. So for example, I'm part of a boxing club back home in Hawaii. It's a nonprofit, right? It's really for like kids that don't have like good families, you know, that like need help, they need a place to go to, and they're a nonprofit. And our boxing coach, you know, he helps them. Kids are basically living there, training there every single day. So I built them a website, you know, totally free. And I did it not expecting anything in return, but I got 3 clients out of that job. Now, the first thing in my mind was like, oh, I don't want to build a website for free. I'm not going to get any money. But I looked past it and I built the website, and then I got 3 clients. In fact, I met the mayor of Maui through this contact. I also met the one of the administrators from the Filipino Chamber of Commerce in Hawaii, invited me to go on a trip to the Philippines with Senator Manny Pacquiao as well, and do all kinds of cool stuff, all because of this one little charity deal. So, you know, find out what their budget is. Maybe they don't have the budget, maybe they do. Consider doing the charity work, and if not any of those 2 things, then yeah, it's okay to walk away. It's absolutely okay to walk away. And if you really, really need the money, you know, just make sure that it's not gonna like put you in a extreme situation where you're going to be forced to sacrifice on other things. And just know that you're taking this job to make a little bit of cash flow and make smart decisions with that money afterward, so that you don't have to have these short-term decisions to be a part of your business, right? You need to get some cash flow, get a base of revenue coming in so you can make long-term decisions. So let me give you a quick example of that. In the beginning, I was selling one-off services, $500 website, or every time I needed to pay my bills each month, I had to get a new client. $500 website, $500 website, $500 website, 3 new clients, right? It's difficult to find those clients. So what I started to do was look for ways to have some consistent income, monthly recurring services. And so once I did that and I got, you know, $2,000 or $3,000 coming in every single month off a service that we offer every month, then I didn't have to take on those clients that were going to be a total headache, right? I can make decisions that are more long-term and beneficial for me based off of having the security of a little bit of a nest egg each and every month. So if you're going to take a job right now that doesn't pay well, make sure you take that money and you save it, and you're willing to build up a cushion of revenue so you can make some long-term business decisions rather than short-term business decisions, which, trust me, is going to make your life so much better. So if you got anything out of this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions on anything I've discussed. I'd be happy to respond to them below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.